way. When I say giving, what do you think of? Maybe you think of giving to those in need, a homeless person perhaps. Maybe it's giving your tithe or an offering. Maybe it's giving to a sponsored run for a half marathon in a local city called Cambridge. These are all good things. But I think Jesus is talking about more than just money. I think Jesus is talking about more than money. Last week we had Mark Ritchie. We had the privilege of hearing him talk all about serving. And you can't serve without giving. You can't serve without giving because serving requires giving of your time, giving of your efforts, giving of quite a lot of your efforts at time, giving of your talents, and it can even lead to giving of your money. Your attitude towards giving is so vital. That's what we can see, the theme of Matthew 6, over and over again, that your heart attitude towards giving is so vital. At the beginning where we started, Jesus says you should give so that your right hand doesn't know what your left hand is doing. So that your right hand doesn't know what your left hand is doing. And I'm going to argue that's not even possible. Jesus is not saying you can't give with your right hand and your left hand and you just sort of close your eyes and don't know what you're doing. That's not possible. See, I'm a drummer. I've brought some drumsticks up with me this morning because I thought I should try and demonstrate to you what this is on about. So I'm going to go to the drum kit and we're going to talk a little bit about drums this morning. Are we excited? Come on. Open the door. So, I don't know, can you see me? I know you can hear me. Here we are on the drum kit. Right, many drummers make a living out of something called independence, and that is that your right hand and your left hand, your right leg and your left leg, can all do different things at the same time. I can't do that as a drummer. That's very complicated. Many drummers do this to make a living out of it. But I wanted to give you an example today of something that shows you a little bit of independence. So I'm going to take my right hand, I'm going to play one pattern, and my left hand, I'm going to play another pattern. We ready for this? You sure? Okay, right, here we go. Simple. Super simple. So that is that. The thing that strikes me about that, when I do that, as I come around the corner, my right hand and my left hand were not less aware of what they were doing as I was doing independence. I was in fact more aware of what I was doing because I was trying to think about doing things independently. So actually, my right hand and my left hand, I can't divorce the two. Even if I can show you a little bit of a silly demonstration on the drum kit, it shows you that your right hand and your left hand, you can't just forget about it. Well, why do I do this? What's my point? Well, I don't think that Jesus is saying, you have to kind of blindly give and not think about it. What Jesus is saying is, steady your arrogance. Don't think so highly about yourself and what you're doing. Actually, you should give this because this is a requirement. This is what Jesus has commanded you to do. And when you do this, you're not thinking, how good am I? I've done an incredible thing by giving this gift. Actually, you're doing what Jesus has commanded you to do, and you're just reflecting him, which is so, it's just Christian. That's what it is to be a Christ follower. As we continue further on through Matthew 6, you will see that there is more evidence of different things that Jesus is teaching us about. And we can see this theme coming through again in Matthew 6:19. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moths and vermin destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermin do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. This is a very familiar verse. We've talked about it a lot here at C3, but I still think that we forget this message. Clearly it states, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. That way round. It's so important. So what you are giving towards, what you're putting your attention in, that is where your heart follows. We learnt last week from Mark Ritchie, our emotions can trick us. Sometimes we just need to say, emotions, you're wrong. This is something that we are required to do. It's written in, not in black and white, in red letters. This isn't a Bible, but it's written in red letters so we there can know that this is what Jesus is telling us to do. And he's telling us that we're not in our final destination, that our treasure shouldn't be in things on this earth, things that will fall away, things that will drop, things that will go. He's telling us that we are destined for a better future, for we're not just destined for this earth. Recently, we had something stolen from our house. We were very foolish. We decided to leave something outside. So our house, if you look at it, it's got a carport underneath our bedroom. And we had a fridge that had been given back to us from somewhere else. And we thought, it'll be all right. We'll leave it outside overnight and we'll sort out the shed so it fits in the morning. And then when we woke up in the morning, the shed wasn't there. Shed was there. Fridge was there. That would have been good going. Fridge was there. No, it wasn't. Fridge had gone missing. What'd you do? Did we panic? No. Did we think, oh no, someone's stolen it? Our first thought was, how did we miss that? Our bedroom is above where they stole this fridge. We're awake through the night quite a lot. We have 2 small children. We didn't even notice at all that this fridge had been stolen from us in the night. But we didn't place our treasure in the fridge. We didn't think to ourselves, oh no, we are so demoralized by this fridge being taken from us. What are we going to do? We put all our value in it. It cost us £130 or something like that. Oh, what a terrible thing. No, we didn't need a spare fridge. We have a fridge in our kitchen. We're not lacking. It's just a fridge that we had as a spare. Someone gave it back to us and it got stolen. Oh dear. We could have contacted the police. We didn't. We even saw police in the village when we were driving out. We thought, oh, this is terrible. We left it. And what our son said to us is this, Mummy and Daddy, maybe somebody else needed it more. Maybe somebody else needed it more.
If you enjoyed this video today, why don't you click subscribe and click on that notification bell to get a notification the next time we upload a video. And if you're new or you've been coming to the C3 Church for a little while now, why don't you find out what your next step might be in the journey of faith? Click on the next step link in the description below to find out what your next step in your journey might be.